with Jack Watts, who just kicked the 3 behinds last week, and of course Jesse Hogan. They're just about set to go. Who are you tipping, Spud?
Well, I'm going for Melbourne just though, Hutto. I think the fine conditions really does suit Tom Lynch and 2 metre Peter down there, so I'm really looking forward to a great contest.
Can they get enough of the ball out of the midfield to give their forwards the chance, or will it be the D's? We'll find out very soon. Gawn versus Nichols. That'll be an interesting battle. 2 very different ruckmen.
Pinned in.
And they're circling here the Gold Coast, but good counter from Jetta, weaving through with Jones. And let's see if they can get their run going, the Demons, and try and link up through the middle. Viney's kicked back to the centre, but it's coming back again. Martin heaves it forward.
Great kick.
And Lynch takes the grab.
That was a magnificent kick.
And he's made a fine start here at the MCG. First goal to the Suns.
Yeah, you would have loved that again, either left or even a right foot banana from that angle, but he tried to get on his preferred, and that's why he got tackled.
And Kent's going to be pinged here by Lonigan. He did well to find his feet, Kent, but just couldn't get rid of the ball. And Lonigan gives a real opportunity deep for Garland.
Yeah, it was a good kick.
And he pops it through well enough, so the Suns have the first 2 goals now. Frustration
Miller, free kick, Gold Coast.
only grows for Melbourne fans as they give away a free kick. Miller takes it with a hand pass.
There's 6 disposed already for Miller, Hutto.
Sexton and a half, or 2 D's fight amongst each other.
There's no connection at the moment.
There's not. Lynch kicks into the space. Schoenfield's going to run onto it here. He'll have a glance. He'll know he's on the MCG. And trying to work through another goal for the Suns, and it comes from Melcheski. That's his first. And what a start for the Suns. 66% by foot compared to 59%. Favour of the Suns.
Everything else is even across the board. Tackles.
Dodgy little handball there. Petrarca almost. Vandenberg goes and finds it and linked up well with Brayshaw
Now
and
they've got
Tyson.
Hogan running hard towards goal.
Harms out wide. This is, if they can play like this, you'd think they'll be able to score regularly. Watts is the longest option. Stretch wants to make sure of it. They're coming for you, Jack. Well done.
It was really good play, and Hogan has sensed that. Hogan actually let down.
There's the target right behind the goals. Slotted calmly through by Jack Watts, and Melbourne at last have a goal.
They won't get a third chance,
No.
the D's. If they've missed 2 targets in the corridor, turnovers, haven't been punished, they will next time.
Hunt with a flashy run through the middle to give the get back. Advances through the centre. Penetrating kick. Again, Watts.
Beautiful kick.
A little left, but it's fine. And Melbourne had the last 2 goals. Wagner back to the wing. Strong in the air, but no mark in the end for Petrarca. Jones, they're certainly working him over at the moment. Brayshaw wanted to give. Hankering for the handball. Oh, Petrarca, that's bold. Took it with confidence. Kicks it into the pocket. And good body work early done there. And allows Dawes to take the mark. And this is to give Melbourne the lead for the first time in the day. Chris Dawes kicked a couple of goals last week. Practice makes perfect. Maxi gone.
28 hit outs. That's a lot in the contest when you look at the other numbers around him.
Davis screws it back. Jetta's got a problem here.
You just got to kick it in this bloke's area.
Yeah,
Seriously, just
incredible.
get it in the air and give him a chance to get there, and he'll mark it more often than not.
Not a problem with a kick, though. And the Suns are back in front at the MCG. That's his second.
Got 15, play on, play on.
It's not what you want to hear as the ball travels your way, but Shaw was calm enough, but Joyce
What a great tackle.
is gobbled up. And no free kick paid.
Yeah, well done.
Good hands from Kent. Ball pinballing around in the pocket. Jones back to Tyson. Hogan got right into his line of sight, but he just didn't think you could hit him, perhaps.
There are some vision issues with some of these Melbourne players. I mean, Jesse Hogan led into the vision, into space. And the two players...
Vandenberg is good above his head for a midfielder. We're quite patient, waiting and waiting. Let's see if he can strike it. It's a bit dodgy, but it's there.
Well done.
And they are there, back in front.
Tough one there on young Schoenfeld. I don't think he did anything wrong. He had front position. He was attacking the ball. He just got jumped over.
Nichols gets buffeted out of the way by Brayshaw. Used the momentum of the body well. Out of the middle again. Tyson Vandenberg. They're handball into the clear now. Petrarca, what a kick. What a kick. He knew exactly where to put it. And Kent basically just had to open his eyes and take the mark on his chest. So Kent to take Melbourne out to a 7-point advantage. And that's a nice strike. So it's starting to come together now for Melbourne.
Weedering at the start.
Yep.
Just probably tape it off a little bit. And you expect that from a key position player.
Rosa out to Shaw, tried to slip through the tackle. The umpire almost was going to pay too high. Here's Petrarca again going pull at a gate. Joyce basically threw that up. Brayshaw starting to have an influence on this game. May in the line of fire, cobbled together a kick, but that's about all. It's another quick shot for goal, and it's Vandenberg again.
Well, it's 3 goals in 3 minutes.
Good kick. Faith
That's a
and
great
Brayshaw.
kick.
Want to pick their way through now. Watts has given him something, but that was identified. Oh, that's an extraordinary choice.
Not on.
And he pays full price. Matera kicks the goal. It's his first.
That's what that kick deserved from Melbourne.
It's a horrendous kick from Dean Kent. He waited all that time, he directed traffic, ignored the lead of Hogan, and then turned it over.
Well, that umpire's got no feel for the game because he had to know there was no one forward of the ball. Grant didn't want to put the ball out of bounds. He wanted to kick a goal.
Oh, again, lack of cohesion from the Demons. Crowd can't believe some of these mistakes. Joyce puts it inside 50 for Shaw, who's been very busy in this term.
Look forward more.
So we're with Shaw here. Got to kick it all of 50 metres. Made a good fist of it. And he's landed it through and scores a level.
They deserve that goal again.
Peter Wright again. Manoeuvred his way to the right spot. Gone. Got it to ground. Pouncing Miller. Schoenfeld was crushed. Now Petrarca to Vince. Knew he had to release it. Somehow to Petrarca. Not perfect, but job done. On the wing. A double grab from Kent. Needs to be brilliant by Booten. He was all of that. Finds Hogan. Can we get some joy late in the quarter? No. Time about to tick down. Just in time before the siren. Vandenberg takes it. And Rocket.
It'd be disappointing they've got a shot at goal. It was great poise in the end from Hogan.
After the siren, Aaron Vandenberg just kicked a goal. They couldn't do it while play was on for the main body of the corner, but after the siren, no problem. Does he have a crack?
Come around. Thank you. Yes, you can. Just straighten that.
Ball's on the square. The snappers have to make way for him down there.
Gee, that's clever. I was just thinking, if he wanted to, he could chip it to Petrarca. And he actually did it without Petrarca looking.
Yeah.
That was really clever, that kick.
Christian Petrarca. Class stands out in a game like this. And he's covered in it right now.
That's the last thing Gold Coast needed.
It's the Suns thinking they can snaffle one, and there's some interference there too.
Yeah, it's a good decision.
Yep. You can have a tape today of basic fundamentals.
Frost just took his eye off the contest and focused solely on his man.
And that's a basic fundamental. If you take your eyes off the ball, the umpire's always going to look for a free kick.
Day. Good time for a mark from a Lynch or a Garlett flash through the pack.
What is the answer?
Instantly onto the boot. That's his second. And now the experienced Rosa. Collected. Play on the call. Lynch, does he want it out or not? Gee, I thought it was just about over the line.
I think he wanted it out, Hutto.
Yeah, Harms.
Well done, Lynch with the
Kept
hands.
it alive. Grant, suddenly it opens up for the Suns as they push deep again. The front day, they all fall down, but not Matera. He shoots, he scores. So just when Melbourne looked like they were going to move away with this game, the Suns have kicked 2 goals. And they are doing all the attacking right now. And they could go in front. Jared Grant
what a goal.
hits the spot for the pockets. What a kick, the quickest of thinking. And no one loves a dribble goal more than you, Jace.
He's very off-centering it to Petrarca on that occasion.
Jack Martin's on his own in the corridor if he's brave enough to hit him.
That's his 5th intercept mark for the day, mate.
Banged it up to halfback instead. Wagner around the corner. Watts!
What a great contested mark. That's a great mark.
Can he kick the winner, perhaps?
Well, despite all of that, if you had to pick a player for Melbourne, you've been watching all day, you would pick Jack Watts.
Deliberate run-up.
The moment has arrived with 2 minutes remaining on an afternoon full of mistakes. It's a great kick that gets the job done for the Demons, but it's not over yet. It should be a Melbourne ball. We're down to a minute 20. Ginger
terrible handball.
Good territory.
Shaw paddles it back. It's still in dispute. Hunt happy to go to ground with a footy. Play on. Tyson does. Gone. Vandenberg. Lunging tackle. Deep to the square. Garlett well placed. Almost but not quite. Now it's all or nothing for the Gold
Grant's
Coast.
on his own.
Kolodjasny, 55 seconds and counting down. Jared Grant from halfback. Only tumbleweeds ahead.
Tom Lynch.
But then he finds Lynch
Great
and leads
kick.
up. Takes the mark.
McDonald.
It
Jack
could happen.
Martin,
Jack
left of
Martin.
screen.
Jack, are you ready for it? Jack at one end and 2 Jacks at the other. And he finds Watts instead of Martin.
Well, he just had to kick the ball to the top of square, Jace. He had to have a look around then, Tom Lynch. I know what he's trying to do, kick the goal, but if he had have looked central, Jack Martin was running, and the guy who kicked the winning goal got the saving mark.
Bernie Vince! He's turned it over.
Yeah, the clock's ticking down, guys.
He'll kick after the siren. He can make the journey.
Well,
Bernie's just had a mare of a day. He was looking for the lead-up target, but he never got it over Tom Lynch's head.
yeah, the siren's going to
This
go.
could be an unbelievable finish.
The siren's going to go now.
It doesn't get any harder than this.
Now he's going to go back and rethink now. He can't run over the mark or around.
You're on your line now, so do not deviate off the mark, okay?
He's going to have to kick it for what, 55, Jace?
Yep.
We know he'll get the trip.
He's got a leg. He has got a leg.
Dude, what a finish. We knew there was going to be a tight finish.
Look at the advice he's getting from Melbourne supporters behind him.
Look at Ruzi.
No fingernails left for either coach.
Yeah, no fingernails left on Ruzi. Rockets haunched over.
How do you reckon Bernie Vince is feeling watching
Not
this?
great.
Let's watch. All eyes on 23-year-old Tom Lynch.
Looks pretty calm.
The challenge is a kick, a monumental one, of over 50 metres. The man is Tom Lynch, and he doesn't quite get it done. And somehow, amongst all the chaos and all the errors and all the drama of the afternoon, Melbourne have held on. There's some confusion about whether it's a score or not.
It doesn't matter. Melbourne have won, Hutto.
Melbourne have won. They've
3
crept
points
over the line. The tyranny of distance for Tom Lynch. And in the end, they fall short. The D's, in about as unconvincing a fashion as is humanly possible. We lost one of our commentators for a while.
Why would you want to be anywhere else when you can watch a finish like that?
But we had plenty of drama and a thrilling finish, even till after the siren.